Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Stetler.
And now we've got Battle Report 160.
160.
Orcs and Goblins versus the Empire of Sonnstahl.
There you go.
Yep, back to Huzzah Hobbies.
So, out of the tournament mode, back in
the game, but
what the heck mode.
This was a guy who called me and said he hadn't played for a while and texted me and said, hey, looking for an opponent to get back in. And I was like, all right, I'll play you.
There you go.
Grabbed my army that I used at Buckeye Battle. Buckeye.
You're such a nice boy.
Which is the same. There it is, my Buckeye Battles list, wrecking teams and everything.
So if you're in the Washington area, just call and you'll play.
Just put a note on the Mid-Atlantic Forum post and I'll see it and
you'll show up with
do my best to show up and play. You can beat up on my goblins. Orcs and goblins. Actually, I'm playing more orcs these days.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when it used to be all goblins I
played? It was
played?
all goblins, yeah.
Just hordes and hordes of goblins.
Well, the beauty that you have is you have so many figures that you can just always organize something.
Back when the rules changed, yeah.
Every time I change something, you probably have whatever. Correct. I won't say it becomes good because it's orcs and goblins and nothing's really good. Except for maybe the spider and the Asher guy.
I'm still waiting for him to do something to where the Goblin Raiders, the Wolf Riders, could give up whatever
light troops so they can get
scoring, so I can bring out the Wolf Rider army again.
Yeah, they need to do that.
So that would be fantastic.
I get another idea. You can play your Wolf Riders as Boar Boys.
Just call them Boar Boys.
It's common ones. Then you use your Boar Boys for the Ed Basher ones.
And just do all Boar Boys.
And do all Boar Boys.
Yeah, it's a challenge that I will probably take up.
Yes.
All right. So there's the army list. Moving on, we're playing the Empire of Sonnstahl, the Empire of Gunline, apparently. General with the Imperial Shield, Kingslayer Sword, Shield, and Witchfire Guard. BSB with Black Steel.
I think you said the Imperial Shield.
What's that?
Imperial
Seal. What's a seal? I can't do a seal sound. 2 wizards, one of cosmology.
It's not when I'm around, you can't. No.
One took cosmology, one took. What did we determine it was?
Wasn't that double cosmology?
Divination.
Oh, divination. Okay.
And I think he took the he took the hereditary from
alchemy.
Alchemy. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway. 3 units of 15 light infantry with handguns and musicians. 40 heavy infantry.
No, it's a handgun musician.
It is a handgun musician.
It's a special type of musical instrument.
That's the only gun in the unit.
There's no commas there. It's a handgun musician.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 shots, 1 from each unit.
Exactly.
40 heavy infantry with halberds, banner of unity. Aren't they so nice? Full command.
The unity.
32 Imperial Guard, full command, great weapons, and the household standard. Household standard. I looked that up. What did that do?
Let you push out your commands?
No, that's the banner of unity. Household standard does something. All right. I'm sure it does something.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway. It does something.
It does. It does something. That's the one that makes your general have a 6-inch higher command.
Yeah. Plus 6 inches, yes.
Right. 2 units of 5 riders, heavy armor, brace of pistols, so they've got the 4-up armor going for them.
Yeah, why not?
2 cannons and 2 mortars.
Okay.
So, like I said, gun line.
There's a slight theme here. I'm having difficulty putting my finger on it.
With 2 units of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Not heavy. 2 units of 2 fighty units.
But they're kind of like bricks.
There's the table.
To hold you up. Okay.
You can see there's 2 hills, 2 woods, a field and a fence.
Okay.
And a tower on the left side.
Thank you for putting the fence by the field.
Yeah, I try to do that.
Yeah.
Moving on, my spells, and look, they're organized nice and neat.
Wow, I took a new picture.
I took a new picture, even though they're the same spells.
Yeah.
I took a new picture.
Which is glare, so I can't read the one.
You can't see Will-O-Wisp?
Yeah.
They really need to fix that 6 spell. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. It'll be taken care of in August, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, so there's the deployment. We played the deployment where you start deploying. We both chose where you start deploying on one side and deploy down. what's it called? The marching columns.
Column. Mm-hmm.
So I started on the left and moved my way down. He started on the left, moved his way down. I really regretted placing both units of Wolf Riders over here on the far left, but anyway. Other than that, I was fairly happy with his deployment, because when he put this unit of handgunners over here on the far left down on his side, I was like, oh,
I'm leaving here.
Maybe I can. That's one unit I can pretty much eliminate if I want to. So why not just run right into it is what I'm thinking.
So, and you got the 3 objective markers in the middle. This is the one.
This is the one where you
pick them up and the loot. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what they call it, but I call it the loot.
Pick and run. That's what I call it.
So you can see the big unit of halberdiers off to his, handgunners, halberdiers. There's a unit of handgunners in the woods, great swords, Imperial Guard. Another unit of handgunners and 2 units of riders. And then,
and the artillery park behind.
Yes, there's a mortar on each end, 2 cannons in the middle. He's just, all he needs is gaps, and most of my stuff's mounted, so he can see me over stuff. So
He still has to pay the penalty, though.
Not for cannons, not for mortars.
That's true. They don't care about terrain. Yeah.
Right. So, anyway, we dropped 3 each, and then he finished deploying with the intention of going last, because he's a gun line. If he goes first, he can't shoot on his first turn with a lot of his stuff.
Because he's got the 24-inch stuff. Okay.
Correct.
It's usually counterintuitive. Usually when you think you have the gun line, you want to shoot first to get your shots out.
Right, but he's with the range problems, he doesn't want to deal with.
Right, yeah. Okay.
So I'll oblige him by moving forward into his range.
That's very magnanimous of you.
It is. I'm good that way. So Vanguards, knowing I have first turn, I throw my Wolf Riders forward. One's on the left, one's on the right. He moves his riders around, like you can see. I had my Wolf Rider hero, my character, out of the unit.
Yeah, it's one of your mages.
He just came and joined the unit.
Okay, of the boars. Okay.
Right. I typically leave him out now just to burn up a Vanguard move.
Right.
So, turn 1. We all move forward, and the Wolf Riders shoot the gap between the 2 units up here on the top left.
Okay.
I would have liked to have been able to wheel them towards this and see this.
Right.
Because I'd much rather charge the cannon than the mortar, was my thinking when I went in. But
until 2 of those mortars shoot at that big block of infantry.
Yes. So anyway, did that. And over on the right-hand side, I went ahead and put the Wolf Riders straight in front of this unit of handgunners.
Right.
Because I'm just moving up.
And using the fence to protect the other guys.
And the fence is providing cover. The other thing I'm worried about is him shooting off the, there's a good chance he shoots off the Wolf Riders and frees this unit up to shoot. All it takes is a couple pistolier shots and those Wolf Riders go away.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
So why'd you decide to have your Nashers that far over?
That far over from what? When I was deploying?
Yeah.
My whole idea was to sweep from the right and just kind of sweep down and not deal with the halberdiers until later.
Okay.
Was what I was looking for. The first Nasher, the wrecking team on the right.
Sorry, wrecking team. Yeah.
The wrecking team on the right did well with its move. This guy only got a 7 and pinned my unit back behind it, which 7 or 8. It didn't go very far.
Right.
And kind of pinned my unit back before. I was ideally hoping to have this Nasher out here towards the center, wrecking team out towards the center, and this unit up behind it.
Okay.
But didn't work out.
Okay.
And I was also angling him a bit to make sure he didn't have the opportunity to put one of these rider units on 2 of them.
Right.
So I was being careful to keep them separated for that purpose. But anyway, so there you have that. And there you can see the Wolf Riders. They actually shot and put 2 wounds on that mortar in front of them.
Well, why not?
Just lucky shots. And I think that's it. It's the other side. You can see, unfortunately, the Boar Riders are not that... The loot is off the fence, not on the fence. So I'm not quite getting it yet.
Okay.
But I'm not that concerned over there on that side. So his turn, you can see the halberdiers
start working their way around the tower.
Start coming around the tower.
In the woods, huh?
And we must be at Shyhammer's house because there's the ambulance.
Yeah. I think it's a That's actually coming down my street.
It was. And so, yeah.
Did you do something in my bathroom?
Just wanted to show, I put these dice down to show the distance. He is stag 14 away.
Okay.
Because I do have an evil eye. They're movement 5 currently. He can go up to 6 with
I've been meaning to talk to you about your evil eye, but
yeah. Elsewhere, I think he is just moving over here. You can see the riders have pulled back to shoot at my wolf riders, as I expected.
Is that character actually sitting out there?
My character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes it in the middle of the field.
Okay.
I was just doing the target saturation.
Sure,
There's only so much of us he can shoot.
Just checking.
So he...
Ow.
Yeah, he casts a spell, knocks this guy off.
He cast a spell on you?
He did.
Okay.
Not a nice one either. Riders fire and kill a couple of my wolf riders, but not if they luckily make their panic check.
Okay.
And stick around, which is very good.
Means he's got to burn some shooting.
That means this unit, either kills me off with something else or just blows me away with this unit of, what is it, 14? I think I killed one in my shot shooting.
Oh, okay.
Over here, his cannon went for the saving shot and shot at the wolf riders and managed to kill one.
Oh, grape shot.
No, that's the mortar in front of it.
Right.
The cannon from far off to the right. It's too far for grape shot. Just fired a cannonball into the flank.
He had a long shot. Okay.
And
only killed one. Okay.
He only killed one. It's, he killed with the big strength one, and the others just failed to wound.
Yeah.
So got that going for me. Of course, the handgunners, 14 remaining handgunners, shot my wolf riders off.
Okay.
And the first mortar fires.
Yeah.
11 out of 30. I guess he wounds, a third? Well, he hits 16.
Is it 4?
What is it? 6, 6, 6, 24.
Yeah.
24, and I had 2 in the back. So he hit 26 and killed 11.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a very good roll.
Yeah, it was. I think he was attracted by all the scratches on your bases.
Yeah, I think so. And the handgunners open up and shoot, and you can see a couple of my ferals at this point. You can see the back 3 on the back corner have turned around and facing backwards.
Yeah.
They've had enough. Even though they are fearless, they're not happy about that hail of fire.
You need to raise some more.
Yes, if only I had the Arise thing going.
Yeah.
Handgunners in the back shoot off 2 of my boar boys.
Yeah.
I actually thought he would move this unit.
Mm-hmm.
I expected him to take that unit. The reason the boar boys came up was I expected the handgunners, I expected them to take the moving penalty and turn and shoot at the wolf riders.
I see.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
And that's all that was. So there you go. Not good. I got a bunch. I've got like half my unit shot off of my ferals. A couple other units shot up, and a wrecking team down. You can see on the far right is his other unit of riders.
Yeah.
Hiding behind my big spider. So we're going on to turn 2. Turn 2, the wolf riders up top charge into the mortar.
Mm-hmm.
Boar boys over here come around, hide behind the building from the handgunners.
Okay.
They're done with that. The halberdiers can, of course, charge me.
Right, but it'll send them out of the fight.
But I'm okay if they charge me. Actually, I probably flee because he fails and sticks out there.
Right.
Elsewhere, the remaining wrecking team comes forward, and wolf riders and everybody just pours forward with them. Over here on the far right, you can see the boar boys have reformed and got onto the token.
Okay.
So they can pick it up, and they are still mostly in the field to get the -1 to be shot at.
Okay.
And of course, giving the rear of my gargantula to his riders. If they want to charge me in the rear, that's fine.
Okay.
Because the general and BSB are normally I would not do this, but the general and BSB are nearby. The thing is, my spiders are terrified of Cav. I don't think he realizes those are light Cav. Anyway, so there's a better picture of that.
They're not that light.
Yeah, moving forward. Again, hiding my Nasher hero behind the wrecking team.
Yep.
At least one of them. So the Wolf Riders go in and do absolutely nothing.
And lose one.
And lost one in the process, but it's a push and we'll sit there.
Okay.
Yeah. Not thrilled.
As long as you kill him next round.
Yeah. Well. Goes to his round. He's putting some spells on some people. Oh, I put random movement 2d6 on the handgunners on the far right.
Okay.
They have that. And I thought, and you can't see it, but one of his cannons... Anyway, one of his cannons has the twisted effigy on it where it cannot cast.
Cannot cast. That's really helpful.
Yeah, it is. Cannot cast a cannonball at me.
Yeah.
He did fire, last round he fired both cannons. One hit, one missed on my spider. The one that hit rolled a 1 to wound.
Okay, so you lucked out.
And I lucked out. Good on that. I think this was the spider shooting. Oh no, I did the... you can see he's moved my hero that was on the hill. I Ravens winged him through the riders.
Okay.
And killed 2 of them, passing through them. Okay. He's up there on the top.
Yeah, I see his base poking out barely.
So,
all right. So
there we go.
That annoyed him.
And stacking up the ferals have backed up
into the woods
to get the woods bonus. And to get a little bit further from those halberdiers, because while they were happy to deal with them at 30 on 40, when now it's 40 on 14.
Yeah,
not so good about that. Anyway, so they have that, and that's the overall picture.
Okay.
So going into his turn.
So no shooting or anything.
No, the halberdiers come forward again. Not me, just wander forward. It's a nice move because the halberdiers coming forward like that, now they can pick up the marker. They've also exposed the boar riders over here to fire through those handgunners in the back.
Right.
Which he's given the accurate order to, I believe.
And he's sort of in the woods, so he doesn't have to pay the penalty.
Correct. The front rank is in the woods, so he doesn't pay the penalty. And the great swords or Imperial Guard coming up through the woods a little bit. Just angling to meet me. The handgunners take their 2d6 movement and come up short of the wrecking team. So didn't quite make it to it. So they don't kill it.
Okay.
With the random movement. He took the random movement straight forward. He's going to eat he was going to go right through it if he could reach it. But of course, like you see, he did not make it. Which is good news for me.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like the same. And just a better picture of where they got to. And the guys in the back shot off 2 of my boar boys. The handgunners in the back of the edge of the woods. Shoot off 2 of those. And the riders fire, and they backed off and fired and killed a boar on this side.
But stayed in arc.
They could not. They failed their march.
Okay.
They could not get out of my test. Now the guys that came forward, they came forward like 7, but they can still shoot because they didn't march technically because they had random movement. So they fired the ones that could, fired around the wrecking team into my boar boys and killed 2.
Kill a couple guys. Okay.
I mean, they're needing big numbers because they did move and shoot. But they killed a couple. And something else killed a couple. What was that? Anyway. Yeah, someone killed 2. Somebody else killed 2. I'm not sure where that one came from.
Cannon?
May have. I don't know. The cannon, again, got 1 hit, 1 miss. And the one that hit the spider failed to wound a second time.
Mortar?
He's rolled 2 ones. Probably was a mortar.
Or a magic missile?
I'm going to call it a mortar. Actually, it was the mortar because it hit me on the second time. Needed 6s to wound, now that I think about it. Up in the top right, you can see my Wolf Riders.
Defeated
as long as they're not charging, they can beat war machines.
Yes.
But when they're charging, no such luck.
No, those long sticks are very unbalancing.
If I still had 5 of them, those handgunners' flank is looking tempting, but
not 3.
I only have 3. And now even the war machine is looking scary. So moving on to my turn 3. There we have it. So, thinking about this, What killed him?
I don't know. Did he run through the woods and die?
He tried to charge. Did he get standing shot? I can't remember exactly what happened to this guy. This was just the other day. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Never mind. He charged the... let's back up. I wasn't thinking at all about this, but the Nasher, I charged into this unit of great swords.
Okay.
My idea being hop in there, assassinate a character, or he feeds me the champion. He's in line formation.
Right.
So I go in there. My thinking is, at worst, he feeds me the champion. I kill the champion with overkill, stick, and just keep him pinned right there.
Right.
And the spider does have them in arc to charge their flank from where it is.
But he has got his guys around him.
But he's got 2 units of handgunners within 8 inches.
Which get the support fire.
Which get to supporting fire, and he takes the supporting fire, and he blows me away.
Yeah.
I mean, only 2 ranks files could shoot from this unit that you see here close.
Yeah,
but the far unit all shoots.
Because it's with the cover modifier. Yeah.
Right, but they take a cover modifier, and then they take the...
probably accurate.
I'm hard target.
Yeah.
They are accurate, but anyway. So anyway, one way or another, he shoots me down.
Okay.
That's what happened to that guy. The wrecking team, however, decides to go
through 2 units.
It was sitting here, so it went through the thing, went through actually 3 units.
And got through the woods.
Didn't roll high enough to reach this one.
Yeah, it's a pretty long, big roll.
Rolled very well on its dangerous terrain checks, popped through. So ended up killing, I think it's 7 or 8 of the, looks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the Imperial Guard and only 4 of the handgunners. So it was a really good choice of where he put its wounds.
Okay.
You can see on the top the Wolf Riders have charged into the cannon. Top right, the feral heroes charged into the
other cannon.
Mortar.
Mortar, sorry, yeah.
So we got that. The other side effect to this Will-O-Wisp spell...
I don't know why you're afraid of these war machines. They don't have any crew.
They seem to be... Well, apparently that's what's wrong with the cannons.
Yeah.
After 6 shots, I think they put no wounds on my spider and killed 1 Wolf Rider.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, actually 5 shots because I did silence it once with the Twisted Effigy.
Right.
Anyway, the other side effect of this Will-O-Wisp spell that really is kind of nice is the unit cannot flee a charge.
Right.
In the following phase after you cast it on them, which is a nice little effect. I like that a lot. Down here on the bottom left, I decided, well, let's do it. So we piled in. He was going to have me pinned back there, so I decided to do it on my terms instead of his.
Okay.
So went in heavy. Well,
ish.
I've got a Boar Rider in his flank. He's got no chance.
Yeah.
So we got that. Over here, the spider and his 2 friends. My general comes out of the unit, of course, and it's floating right there.
You're really hoping one of these breaks through and hits that cannon, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
And I'm also planning on doing, trying to get Twisted Effigy through on stop it from shooting. Or there's a couple things I got.
Yeah.
Or I can got random movement on it and stop it from, whatever.
It's like you charged him. He had to stand because I was wondering what was going on.
Oh, and over here on the right-hand side, I did charge him. He stood because he's running off otherwise.
Yeah.
His stand and shoot managed to kill 1. So it's going to be 3 on 5.
Yeah.
I hit a little bit heavier than he does. We win and chase him off the board without taking a loss.
Okay.
I mean, he's only strength 3, and I've got a 3-up armor. So, even though he did have 10 attacks. Over here, we get the Deceptive Glamour off on him, so we get to go first.
Okay.
You can see there's 2, 4, 6, 8,
7, 8,
9 dead. Plus, I put a lot of attacks into his prelate to kill him, to knock out his hatred.
Right.
And it paid off. So between that, I killed 9 and put 3 wounds on him, and he did 6 to me, 5 to me.
Yeah.
So very successful charge. Of course, that's not going to stay that way, but it looks really good at the moment. And that's the end of the turn. You can see the and yeah, you can barely see it at the top of the screen. The Boar Rider killed the mortar and overran and came up an inch short of the cannon.
And the Wolf Riders did not beat the other cannon?
And Wolf Riders, of course, did not beat the other cannon because they charged. Remember?
Well, at least the wrecking team's right there to keep them company.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure that'll help me a lot.
Yeah.
The unit of riders on the far right is the dead one. The unit of riders on the back of the hill is still there alive.
Right. Okay.
And I've kind of angled my boar boys over here off on the back of the hill. They're not on the hill enough to get the reroll to charge, but from where they are, they can, charge out. And the BSB is on the top corner, so of course he can come out by himself if he wants to.
Why would you ever do that?
I have no plans on that. And there's the picture of that guy coming up just short.
Okay.
So on his turn, the great swords decide to come in and join the party.
Somebody dropped their axe and their sword.
I was not really expecting this. I didn't think he would do this.
Yeah, that's points.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's got this fight anyway.
Yeah.
But I just, like I said, didn't expect him to do that. But he did. Which is going to be the end for the ferals.
Yep.
You can see his handgunners that started off on the far left have finally started moving up into the action. The other handgunners have turned to face the oncoming hordes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got altered sight to give this close unit +1 aim, just to negate half of the move and shoot penalty.
Yeah.
For them, and his riders have come up to shoot at the Nasher hero. You can see them coming up there beside the.
Well, it's the squishiest thing out there.
Big spider. Actually, he's got I guess the other guy's tough 5. All right. He's hard target, so he's a little bit harder to hit.
Yeah.
It's kind of a debate between those two. No, the other guy's got a 5 up ward too.
Never mind. The ward and the armor and everything else.
And he's tougher, so it's probably true. That's probably his best target. So that. And after the combat, of course, he kills all the ferals. The boar boy that was on the flank, the ferals go first, because he still has deceptive glamour on the halberdiers, and the great swords, of course, are going last. So the ferals did enough wounds to the halberds so that the lone boar rider on the flank actually won the combat and
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't get the charge rank banners from the other. Well, they don't have ranks, but he doesn't get all that from them. All he gets is pure wounds, and we did enough wounds to balance that out.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I had a flank. So anyway, so it worked out pretty well. Just keep him pinned for another turn. And I did kill his prelate not his prelate, but his wizard that was in that unit. I targeted this turn.
Oh, okay.
Last turn I targeted the prelate. This turn I targeted the wizard and put some attacks on him to knock him out. So there's the way it looks going into turn 4.
Okay. So you didn't shoot anybody off that turn.
Wolf Riders did 3 wounds. Now that they're standing still, they did 3 wounds and took 1 back.
Okay.
We'll stick around for a while.
So he's staying?
Actually, I think that was last round. Maybe it was this round. Anyway.
So he passed his leadership and he's staying?
He passed his leadership, yes.
Okay.
He stuck around. Because he's got an 18-inch bubble with that general.
Yeah.
Is what happened. So I was looking at this. The boar riders on the right are coming into the handgunners. No question there. Mm-hmm. I took a long charge with the general and the Nasher hero into the great swords. The general needed a 9, Nasher hero needed to roll a 12.
Okay.
Just a long charge.
Risk taker. Okay.
The general I wasn't that worried about with his tough 5 2-up armor. I mean, he does have this unit that can shoot him again.
Yeah.
But with cover and everything else, I wasn't that worried about it. And he did put a wound on me, as you can see, the little marker there.
It's just more than 9 strength 6 attacks.
What's that? Oh, when I get there?
Yeah.
Well, when I get there, I'm gonna land on a guy and issue a challenge, and he's got a choice to fight me or which he'll pretty much has to fight me. Mm-hmm. So I'm not worried about the unit beating on me until this and that'll give the spider time to catch up and get there.
Well, it depends who gets there, but yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the Gnasher, I don't know why I declared it needing a 12, but
okay.
I think I declared it first, hoping he would shoot at it.
I see.
But,
and the other one is actually charging.
He's charging the cannon. The
arrow
just
fit.
Misplaced.
Okay.
You can see there he is.
Okay.
Charging there.
Doesn't look like he's not lined up on the center.
He doesn't have to be. I just have to be lined up to touch him. He should be. I would rather him be on the center. I think he's worried about this wrecking team.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so the general, both the general and the Gnasher fail their charge. They get to there.
That wound is on.
The wound is on the general.
Shooting.
From stand and shot. The stand and shoot reaction. The spider just walks up behind him. I'm keeping the other guys screened off from charging the riders, because they can charge and kill that Gnasher hero if they want.
Yeah.
So I'm just keeping them screened off from doing that. Elsewhere, you can see the boar boys have made it in over here on the handgunners.
Well, that was a difficult charge.
Yeah, it was. It was all of an inch and a half.
What is this white card with writing on it?
This is spell.
Okay.
I don't know which one it is. His spell is. He's got handwritten spell cards. They're in sleeves, but they're handwritten cards.
Okay.
There's that.
Okay, still fighting.
Still fighting. Chop, 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 chop. We get the Twisted Effigy off on this one unit, and something died. The wolf. What did he flee from? Oh, what did he flee from? Anyway, so get the Twisted Effigy on the unit of 15 handgunners.
Okay.
The wolf riders lost the cannon.
I see that.
I took 2 wounds and did nothing back to him because he already had 3 on him. And I'm fleeing there. Should be facing the other direction. And I am trying to think of what could have happened to those guys. Because the wrecking team didn't hit them. They're already fleeing there. Were they fleeing from last turn? Yeah, so. They're fleeing from last turn.
Were they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the general initially charged them last turn, and they fled, and then he redirected into the unit. Actually, that's exactly what happened. The general and the Gnasher charged the unit. This unit here was in the woods, and I got confused because they didn't turn them around.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Okay.
They both charged there. They both redirected into the big unit.
Okay.
Like that. There we go. The Twisted Effigy off on that unit. We fight the combat, and the boar boys smash the handgunners.
Okay. And the cannon survived?
Smashed all but 3 of them. You can see them fleeing there in the middle of the field. Like I said, the cannon beat off the wolf rider.
The other cannon, I see wound markers,
but it survived as well, which is annoying as hell. Yeah. It's within 18 inches, and I think he rolled snake eyes to stand or something really dumb.
And you didn't chase the handgunners, obviously?
I didn't think I did, because I moved forward. I just rolled really bad.
Oh, okay.
Rolled really low. Yes, I did. Didn't catch him. And you can see but I did put 2 evil eyes on his big sword block.
Yep.
Just to try to protect my boar boys. And there we go. Now he's got his markers down. And I have the Will-O-Wisp on the sword mass, the great swords as well. So they're going 2d6 random move.
Getting an awful lot of magic.
I am. Yeah, I am.
He's been maxing you.
He's actually rolling. I'm getting a lot of dice. I'm rolling good cards. Drawing good cards and rolling good on my spells. High numbers. So anyway, the other thing, because I got off 3 spells this turn. The other thing I got off was the Raven's Wing on the spider, the big spider, who just backed up and came forward, backed up and bumped into the riders, and killed 2 more of them, and the last one panicked off the board.
Oh, okay.
So I actually got off 3 spells this turn.
Yeah, wow.
Which is, I'm rolling well, and he's not. That's what it comes down to. Goes back to his turn. And then, of course, these guys finished up my remaining boar turn back around. So on his turn, the unit of halberdiers moves over here, circling around, because the coming back, I don't know, they're just taking a circular route towards this marker,
right?
The token in the center. The random movement, if he roll a 12, or I think it was 11 or 12, he could have got to the boar boys, but he did not, as you can see. His 3 handgunners, despite being... he gave them the order, I think it's get back in the fight or something weird like that, so that if they rally, they can shoot.
Oh, okay.
But he fails his rally, fails his rerollable. Actually, it wasn't a rerollable. Fails his 1 check. He's only leadership 5 because he's below a quarter. Handgunners, since they can't fire, have just moved up towards the objective. The handgunners in the back rallied and formed up into a long firing line so they could all shoot. Because they can only fire in 3 ranks if they're within 8 of the parent unit.
Right.
So that's going there. That's that. What do we got? What's he doing? What's that guy in the back? He shot something. Oh, I guess the handgunner's long range fire shot off a boar boy. Nothing special there. And coming to my turn. 5. Nothing else really exciting happened. What did we do?
Did you charge?
Or
just moved up. Spider.
The spider moved.
Everybody charged.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to get a good angle for that one, if we can see it prior to the charge. So, I didn't take a picture, but the lone boar boy up top finished off the cannon.
Okay.
Turned to face in so he could see either
in his turn.
In his turn.
Okay.
Killed the cannon. He's facing in so he can see the greatsword unit. He can also see the other cannon the way he faced. So now on my turn, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, well, I can charge the boar boy unit in, the general in, and the spider in to the front, because the general can take a turn and come all the way down to this corner.
Yeah.
This far, the close corner to us. The boar boys come in the middle and the spider hits the corner. The Nasher hero's in the flank, as well as the boar boy up top is in the flank, and both fairly easy charges to get into this unit. And I'm like, oh, this will be great. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that guy armed with again? Oh, the Kingslayer sword. So, as it is, there's 3 characters going in. I almost put 5 characters into that unit, which would have been a disaster to give that guy 8 strength, 9 attacks. Yeah, anyway.
I'm sure he'd have been okay with it.
So we decide not to do that.
Okay.
So what happens is the boar boy in the back, I charged his other cannon. The Nasher hero charged into the flank of this handgunner unit out here in the edge of the woods.
Right.
And then all 3 of the other units, the general, the spider, and the boar boys all came into the great weapons. And there you have that. You can see the hero's overrun, made his charge into the cannon, killed it. He's already picked it up. He didn't even bother to make me swing, I don't think, if I remember correctly. Down here, the Nasher, of course, made it in to the side of the handgunners, and everybody piled into the unit of greatswords, Imperial Guard with great weapons. In the ensuing fight, we kill a bunch of them.
Yeah,
but he did kill my BSB.
Ooh.
And 3 boar riders, and put 2 wounds. That's actually no wounds. He did no wounds. I think he did 2. I think that's 2 wounds on my spider.
Okay.
That's just weird because that's his die and not mine. So,
yeah.
Anyway, and I do have bring the pain on him, so you can see how many of him are gone. That big pile in the woods up there is all dead, including the prelate, including the mage.
But you're no longer steadfast with your calf, so you lose your...
But I will lose. I would lose it. Even if I had one more, I'd still lose it. But because he's still has a rank.
Yep.
So at the end of the combat, it looks like that. The Gnasher came in and killed, it looks like 5 of the handgunners, but they held, turned to face me. They're at the center by the edge of the woods. And so on his turn, the handgunners light up my boar boy and kill him. The guy that just killed their cannon.
Right.
So they wipe him out. And we go to another round of combat. And
a lot less guys.
See, the Gnasher is just continually just eating that unit away. But I do have 2 wounds on me now. He slipped a couple through. Bring the Pain is still on the great swords, and they've just munched them.
He's only got, what, 4 guys in his general left?
He has, yes, 4 guys in his general left. So just continually pounding on that unit. And that's about it. You can see the unit halberdiers down here is kind of making a way around the corner. And then we go to the final round. He actually kills my general on the last round, and I killed him.
Okay.
So it was kind of mutual destruction on that last round. The Gnasher hero finished off the handgunners on the final round, and that's kind of where the game ended. We only got through 5 turns. He had to get out. We ran a full 3 hours. You know. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to that in a minute. But anyway, so it ended up being 3,500 points to the Orcs, 28 to the Sonnstahl for a 12-8. His unit of halberdiers does have the. They do have the token they picked up from the left-hand side. I have that unit of boar boys off on the far right with the other one. No one has the center one.
Right.
So it came up with a push on the. And
no one could get a turn 6 either. So.
And even if it was a turn 6, no one would have got the marker.
Yeah.
So we just that's how it finished up. That's what I was about to say, though. I mean, it was a good win. I mean, it was a decent win for us. I was real scared with that gun line. I thought they would just shoot me off.
Yeah, you had to get to him quick.
And I got really hammered with one. And that's kind of what I was looking at by pushing one side.
Yeah. Toughness 4 makes a difference.
Yeah, I was hoping to limit the fire he could get on that one side.
Oh, you definitely want to try to not get everybody shooting at you. No question about
that. But no, what I was about to say earlier is I find more and more I'm not finishing a 245 minute game anymore. I mean, the games are easily 3 hours now.
At the tournaments?
At the tournaments, even play games, tournament games. Yeah,
because play games, there's lots of kibitzing and stuff. And
there is. Usually not so much when there's only 2 people. Usually much more when our typical crowd is standing around.
Yeah, I mean, you have that. And
I'll say cheering someone on.
There you go. And he hasn't played in a while, you said. So
yeah. And he hasn't played in a while. So, but yeah, I'm just finding games are, especially tournament games, are running longer. So
why do you think that is? Guess there's more magic in the game now.
I don't know that it's magic. I think it's more of the. It's still just looking. There's still things you're not sure of. There's more stats to check. You know, what's their weapon skill? Oh, is that offensive and defensive weapon skill? And it's, you know, that kind of thing. And it's also, okay, they're strength 6. Great. Are they AP 3? I'm not sure. Let me check. You know, there's just little things that just kind of slow the game down as it goes. And I think that'll go away in time. I mean, because 8th edition we've been playing for years and years and years, and not a whole lot of, between 7th and 8th, realistically there wasn't that many stat-wise changes. No. So we've been playing a toughness 4, weapon skill 3, or 4 orc for, 10 years? So some things that didn't change, but now, of course, the weapon skill changes, and they're not quite the same. So anyway, I think that has a lot to do with it.
Well, I definitely think for somebody who doesn't play that often, I mean, you play all the time, so you know your army pretty well. But if somebody doesn't play that often, that in this version, you need to make unit cards.
That's not a bad idea.
Because, you're not sure. Otherwise, you're flipping to the book, and it takes a while to get to the right page and everything else, and you don't have most of what's in that book. So,
right.
If you just say, okay, I'm gonna do a unit card just so I can quickly identify, and it's also helpful for your opponent. It's like, what does that unit do? And you can just hand them the card.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It is.
I do think
I probably do. I probably should go ahead and do it with my army just so I can,
start
like
setting
you said,
your group.
give it to the other
Yeah.
people.
And this new stat box, I mean, it's not so easy. Frankly, there's so many stats now. I find that we use army builders. Like, what column is that again?
Right.
You get confused. So I think you kind of are better off taking the unit listing and just shrinking it down to fit on a,
Taking the stat block out of the thing, you mean? Out of the book?
Yeah, and just putting on a 5x8 card, and here you go.
It could be.
Maybe shrink the font a little bit for the special rules so it fits, but yeah.
Maybe I'll try that in the next couple games and see how that works out. If it works any better for somebody.
Because I think that would help as people are learning to all the new stats and change. I mean, even though they're not that different, there's enough difference.
Right.
Especially once every time they change the book, the special rules are the thing I find that I forget. It's like, was it this version or last version that did this?
That he had this thing. Yeah.
So it's not the it's not the stats that get me as much as the special rules. Right. Yeah.
And I think like I said, I've played this army so long now that one's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure of what everybody has in this army at least.
Especially when you have like the army rules, which are the beginning of the rules, and then you have the unit rules, which are the unit, and then sometimes you're not sure if it's a unit rule or an army rule, so you're flipping back and forth. So
yeah, and that's the other, and there is one other thing that goes along with that. A lot of people don't have a printed copy. I've seen a lot of people that do not have a printed copy of.
I've seen people trying to use their laptops
of their rules or their army book.
Yeah,
and they end up using their laptop, their phone, whatever it is to look something up, and that's just so much longer than just flipping through it and finding it.
I mean, you'd think it'd be faster, but quite often, it does take.
It's not. Longer. It takes longer because it's small. You see them squinting down to read it, scrolling up and down. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think we're just way off topic on this one, but
and their phone locks and everything else. Well, I mean, it's a general thing,
but it's a general comment, I think.
But I've always been a big fan of cards, but I think it's imperative now with this with the changes to the new stat line and everything else.
Yeah, as a courtesy to my opponent, I think I might start doing that.
Yeah.
Just printing the cards and just handing them to them and say, "Here you go. If you want to know what that does, it's all there. It's all there."
You can even be fun and take a little snapshot of your unit and put it in the upper corner,
Right.
So, or in the back.
Yes. Yeah.
If the unit's got too many special rules, you put the special rules on the back of the card and the stats on the front,
Right.
Yep. And it can help you too if you're learning the army. You can be like looking at them when your opponent's moving. It's like,
well, I know I did it when I played the High Elves.
Yeah.
The
Highborn
Elves. When I played the Highborn Elves, I made unit cards for
because they may have been on drugs, but we don't know that.
We can't say that
exactly
definitively. No, because like I said, I did it with them, and I thought it worked out really good. I even printed out. I even had cards for my magic weapons that we're using in that army. Sorry, my special equipment.
Yes.
That I was using in that army because I thought it really helped me learn the army. So that's a good point. I think I will do that.
Yeah, I think that helps. But I do think the new magic slows the game down a little bit. Only because before they did the magic, you saw a lot of magic-less armies.
That's true. That's a good point.
And there's a lot of thought that goes into the magic phase.
Correct.
So if you've got an army that does like these Sonnstahl guys, they're active in every phase of the game. That takes a while.
It's true.
That's the one thing I have to always be careful with the Sylvan Elves is the army's not that big, but you're doing something all the time.
In every phase.
It's not like you're just sitting there shooting, Yeah.
Yeah, especially this army when it's shooting so much.
Right.
And then, like I said, he's got 2 level 2 caster or 2 wizard adepts. Right. So he's got 4 spells. And
he's got the prayers.
How many prayers. And he also has orders for his general, which is almost another spell that just can't be stopped.
Yep.
So by the time you get, it's just a lot of thinking in this army. Anyway, I'm not real sure where Sonnstahl is right now. I think they're still a little underwhelming.
Well, they were in a good spot, but I think a lot of the other armies ended up getting buffs along the way.
And they did not on the last round.
And they're kind of the same.
Could be.
Well, and they struggle the same thing that until they fixed the cheap infantry.
Correct.
I mean, their answer was to give them all those orders, which it helps, but you still got to fight in the end.
Yeah. I mean, everybody he had fighting every round had to fight an extra rank.
Yeah.
Or the extra hold your ground thing where they've got a
Right.
benefit to hold, you know. So, I mean, that's nice that they have that. That helps them a lot. But you're
Yeah.
right. They're still cheap infantry that can't deal with
Yeah.
quality infantry.
And the Imperial Guard, they're nice, they're resilient, but they still only have one attack each.
Correct.
So you're still putting out only so many attacks.
Yeah, I was scared of that unit, but then I got to bring the pain off on them where I'm re-rolling to hits. And
Yeah.
I even forgot it on some of my initial attacks
Uh-huh.
and didn't remember it till like halfway through the
Yeah.
combat round. And it's like, oh, crap. And then it's like, well, it's too late to go back now.
Well,
Let's
it's
just push on.
I mean, especially with what you send it. I mean, it's scary to send tough things into it because it can hurt tough things.
Right.
But it still only has so many. They're strength 6, so they're scary, but there's only so many of them.
Correct.
And his units weren't huge.
Yeah, and if you notice, the mage is still alive. Mine.
Yeah.
He was not targeting my mage specifically because he wanted to. I still thought he should have put 1 or 2 attacks on him,
Right.
and got him down to 1 wound because of what he was doing. He was leaving him because he wanted to keep the extra attack on his guy with the sort of
Yeah.
the Kingslayer sword.
Yeah.
He wanted to keep the extra +1 attack, +1 strength.
He's so easy to kill. Yeah. You need to kill him.
Yeah, but I thought he should have killed me off because anyway. But anyway,
And it's a lot of points.
it is. So, in case you've forgotten, it was a 12-8 victory
Yes.
for the Orcs.
Okay.
So we took it and ran and went home.
There you go.
That was it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.